Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back. They finally completed the quest. No, they fixed the patch already. So now I can continue the mission with the game already again. Okay. Now let's make our way to wherever we're supposed to go now. The temple. Maybe we can finish the game tonight. And then after that, play around with some build. Always wanted to see what the mage and summoners could do. So right here, this place pretty straightforward. No enemies to discuss to, just right straight to this lady.
The forest whispered, the fire screamed, the bones agreed, and at last, here you are, just in time.
Just in time?
Dreams, I hear the crack of seals and snapping bones.
That's a sacrifice here.
Cursed with pain and blood, tears at the bonds I used to bind him. The earth trembles with his fury. Can you feel it? Soon, he will break free. And then we shall pay for calling him with blood, not faith.
You mentioned the unrealm of the hunt.
It's the Horned God's domain, a place where time does not flow beyond the reach of humankind. Once it was lush and alive, where the hunt was sacred, wild, pulsing with green and the crimson of blood, teeming with beasts and birds in the boughs. I doubt it still is. Yes, Gudri, who took the Horned God's fury into himself to save us all. He reached for blood and bone, and let me turn his body and soul into a vessel for the god's essence. I sealed it with wards, like a cage of thorns. But the god's wrath will tear through them, sooner or later. And when that happens, there'll be no saving us.
You bound a god inside a man?
If you want to bind a god, you don't choose the method. You use everything. Old songs stolen from the dead, runes slick.
And why is she explaining this to somebody she doesn't know?
The Horned God in his hate-twisted form was a nightmare that came to devour us all. The finest warriors of the Spine, the pride of our tribe, gave their lives on the altar of battle to weaken him.
How did the Strike Father end up in your village?
The disciples, my sons and daughters, they strayed. After the Gunvalda massacre, I and the others who served the Horned God could not bear the shame. We heard our kin cry out and turned our heads. We betrayed our blood. The most devout called upon the old powers, out of grief, out of rage, but without reverence or care. They begged the Horned God to come and punish us. And he did. Not as a guardian, not as a spirit of the woods. He came as fury, pain, and slaughter.
You didn't try to stop them. How did they have the knowledge and power to summon?
They opened a door, and I gave them the key, in the form of songs, rites, and signs.
You didn't try to stop
I
them?
didn't think they'd reach so deep into the dark. By the time I saw what they were doing, the earth was already soaked in blood.
Can the Stark Father be stopped?
He cannot be healed. He will not forgive us. But I can try to keep him bound by will, by bone, and by blood. To do that, I need a fragment of his original self. The first trophy. The skull of the first stag ever hunted and offered in sacrifice to the horned god. It will remind him of who he once was. Bind his essence to the first offering, one made out of reverence, not fear. It may hold him in the unrealm of the hunt, long enough for me to complete the rite that will seal him there.
Where can I find the skull?
It's hidden, tied to the places where we once worshipped the horned god. 3 shrines, as old as the forest itself. But now, they must be destroyed. Each one
is guarded by the servant of ancient memories. Kill them, cast down what still remains upon the altar.
all 3 fall. The 4th shrine, hidden and forgotten, will reveal itself. The first trophy waits there.
Did you already send someone?
No, I saw you in the fire and the bones. Your hand upon the skull. That's why I waited.
I'll bring the trophy.
Go, but be warned. The shrines are no longer sacred. They're fouled by hatred, and the guardians who watch over them do not rest. Until
Okay. What's behind you here? No way. Just went around in circles. This does not look like deers. Where am I supposed to go here? Ah! No issue. They're not that far. Oh, forgot. Master volume. Must be these things that been bothering. The graphic, there's something wrong with the graphics. It's not consistent. I'm getting stuttering. Why is the game stuttering? Every time I press my mouse, when I press initial button or an action, the game starts. Strongest axe in the game. Now fight. There was one lady here that shouting something here the other day. Nothing anymore. I wonder they fixed the alchemist quest. Yeah. Okay. I guess this quest is stuck, not working. I wonder if a stronger monster will spawn after this. No? Okay. I just have to return to her. I have 216 health only. I remember in the first trial there was a boss that looked like a stack as well, very huge. You have to go on both sides of a cliff, of a tunnel or something to kill it. It would keep summon mobs to protect itself, and then it would do like a big spell. I wonder if it's this boss.
I knew you'd succeed. Fire and bone do not lie. There's no time left. The horned god is tearing Gudri's body apart, and his fury fills the air. Soon, his essence will break loose and devour everything. I must begin the ritual. But I fear he may be too blinded by rage and pain to see the first trophy as anything more than bone and memory. Your path leads to the unrealm of the hunt. If you can weaken him, if you can break through the frenzy even for a moment, then the first trophy might reach what's left of his old self.
Didn't you say the unrealm of the hunt was beyond human reach?
Oh, child, we both know you're not entirely human. Your second soul will guide you where others lose their way and perish. I understand. Whatever is going through your mind right now, if you need to prepare, go. But remember, you're not going there to bring death to the horned god. Wound him. That's when the trophy will speak, and I will close. Take care.
No, why? I don't want to go talk to him. I just want to... I just want to finish the thing. Yeah, totally different.
By what right do you tread in my realm, blasphemer?
I want kick your ass.
Who dare stand before me unbidden?
I want to know why you attack your own flawless.
I heard the call. I answered it, as I have done for centuries. And the moment I stepped beyond my realm, the weirdness consumed me. The hunt that began then was unlike the hunts I behold through the eyes of my followers. I was the hunter, they the prey. And I felt in that moment as if it had always been so. Only those who summoned me were hidden from my sight.
Priestess Glenar sent me. She says I'm to heal you, restore what you once were.
Lyrna. She has long been attuned to my call. I watched the world through her eyes. When I answered the summons and the weirdness took hold, our bond was severed. Lyrna must have sensed it. That rage I felt, it was not my own. The moment the sacrifice was taken, I knew it had not been done by my will. If Lyrna knows how to restore our connection, I accept this path. Then do what must be done, mortal.
Oh, you can heal.
Summon me only in the light of day. If any follower dares to call upon me by night, my wrath shall fall upon them. To you, mortal, I grant mercy. Go
that it? Longest fight I had so far.
The Stag Father has returned to his true form. I felt our bond rekindle. His power restored to its original untainted. Thank you for understanding. You've restored our identity.
Forbid you from summoning him during a weird night.
Yes, I hear his call within my soul. His will is our law. His wrath will fall upon those who dare summon him by night. And he will hunt them by day. For by night he shall not answer.
What will become of the Sven tribe now?
We will return to our roots. Once more we shall be masters of the hunt by the Stag Father's grave. We will endure. For such is our fate. No weirdness, no worldly matter shall lead us from the sacred path we walk. The world may fall, the weirdness may consume all, and yet the swine shall remain wrapped in the Stag Father's favor.
Will the Sven attain the mute?
That is Barlam's. My calling is to restore faith. That is the greater. May the Stag Father always keep you in his sight.
Oh no. Now I might need to restart this. I bound the Stag Father for good. He won't be a threat to you anymore.
Didn't kill him? Then how do you know he won't still? Bloody Glern has filled your head with all that talk. No swine without the Stag Father. Truth is, the tribe still stands in spite of him. No one knows if he won't break free one day and finish what he started. And thanks to you, that...
Where you still attend?
Risk the Stag Father breaking free while I'm gone. If that's going to happen, I want to be here. To fall in battle. Tell Gerfan I've got more pressing matters. We'll rebuild the... At least until... I'll be chief as long as that's what the tribe wants. Farewell.
Fucking shit asshole. Who cares? If he want to be asshole, let him be asshole. Let's just finish the game.
Yes? That cursed Stag Father there, even weakened, they would have been an important ally in the war to come. A war that might never happen if we fail to gather enough strength. Well then, if they prefer to worship a god who slaughters his own followers for amusement, if that's true, go.
No, I don't want. I want all of them to join. I don't want half.
The Stag Father. I felt up that.
Okay. No. I need to go back further. Which is one? This one. Or do I have to go back even further? I hate this game that we cannot like auto save and that we don't save on the files we want. Go further and further back then. I want to complete the story as it should be. Unite all the tribes. Again.
Kill you.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip all this because we already did it. Okay. Go back up. Do the quest again.
And
okay, let's redo this mission so that I can get the right story. I don't think killing the spirit is the right thing, but I want all the tribes to join the mood so we can see what the proper ending is, I guess, to reunite the tribes. All these monsters, because this is the greatest axe in the game. I think I have the greatest sword too, but maybe the axe is better. Then when we finish the game, we can replay it. We play some match, and then just see how the matches. Why couldn't I take the thing without killing all those monsters? We know that if we give mercy to the spirit, the guy won't join the mood. This is critical build. So we're gonna skip again. But not again. Skip this time. Everything she says. Because I already talked to her earlier. Okay, now this time the difference is I'm going to be talking to the chief first. And I think the chief is going to ask me to kill the spirit. And that's the only way to get him to join the mod. The mod or the mod? Don't know how to say.
Maybe he can, but so what? Gudry won't survive the process either way. Besides, if you ask me, it was foolish of my ancestors to bring that god here. They didn't know what they were doing or what the consequences would be. And now we, their descendants, are the ones left to deal with it. If they'd known what would happen, I'm sure they'd have left him back in the homelands.
So you want to kill the god? Aren't you afraid of the consequences?
We need to get rid of that damn thing once and for all. Even if it means the woods stay empty and the hunt runs dry. I won't let my people live in fear anymore. For too long, my predecessors let that old witch manipulate them. Gudry must die. And when he does, the Stagfather will show himself. That's when we'll strike him.
Claims that without the Stagfather, the Swain tribe will lose their identity. Why do you want to get rid of the Stagfather? You don't believe in him anyway.
Hard not to believe in something you saw with your own eye. And now that I've seen what he's capable of, I know there's no place for him in Avalon. We made a mistake keeping him alive with our faith. If we manage to rebuild the tribe, we'll do things differently. We might not be the greatest hunters anymore, but at least we'd be alive. Besides, no one can take our skills away from us.
Not afraid to lose the identity?
It's true. We pride ourselves on being the best hunters in the land. And at the root of that pride lies the horned god and the supposed grace he once gave us. But if the old god failed us, we'll find ourselves a new one. At least those who feel the need to can. I'm not worried about the Svein identity. There are so few of us left. Not on my own, of course. From what I understand, the fight has to take place in 2 realms. And I already know you can walk that unrealm of the hunt, as Glirna calls it. You'll kill the Stagfather in that realm, and my people and I will take care of whatever appears on this side. We need to break free from this curse once and for all. Do this for me, and the full strength of the Svein will stand with the voice of the tribe.
And what if your plan fails?
It won't. We know too much already, and that's thanks to you. I won't lie, your fight will be the toughest. But you've faced worse before, haven't you? Let me know when you're ready. It's time.
Well, now we're gonna see what happens. Maybe the second playthrough, I will play without all of them in the mood. Then see what happens. If they could bring like the older games, there was one game before, the Shining Force. Whatever decision you make in the part 1 and part 1 or part 2, like everything in part 1, part 2 and part 3 will change the outcome of the final fight. Don't think they want to do this nowadays.
Fate has brought you.
But in nowadays games, they don't think that far. So this time, we're gonna kill him.
By what right do you tread in my realm, blasphemy? Who dare stand before me unbidden? I heard the call, and the moment I stepped beyond the hunt that began then, I was the hunter, and I felt in that moment as only those who summoned me.
Okay, he was consumed by the witness, couldn't control himself. That means it's not a very good thing and not reliable. Okay. Before I did this, and the chief did not want to join me in the mood. I've come to end the bloody vein. Vein will be free of you.
This vein owe me obedience. Such is the law of nature, eternal and binding. It is they who gave me form through their faith. Without me, so tell me, will you strike down the strength of a tribe with your own hands? Or will you spare them what they are?
They'll survive without you.
I cannot refuse, but know this. No god is fated to fall by a mortal's die with.
Well, like they said, this guy is not a mortal.
Forgive me. I strayed too far. They will forget me. And that is the true death.
Yeah.
You killed him. You ripped the.
If I hadn't killed the stagnant, he would have killed me.
Then listen to your blood and ask yourself. Now go.
I chose what the story is best for. Well, if they didn't like, if there was more option explaining to him that he cannot be summoned in the day and the night, and then the chief have a certain different decision, then maybe can lah. Call for Oko. What's this? Oh. What? I can't talk to him, so what's the point? And all this time I didn't know his name was Oracle. He is dead.
You made the right choice. Thanks to you, we can...
Now will you go to the moon?
Yes, I will. Even though only a few of us remain, this fine tribe will honor the old traditions and support our brethren with the strength of our arm. Perhaps what awaits us now is death at Camelot's hand. If the Council of Elders decides to go to war, we no longer have a god to aid us in battle or in our struggles with the world. But you know what? So be it. Better to die in battle than to keep hiding in the woods like animals. It's time for the Svine to reclaim their rightful place among the Del Rida.
What will happen?
Hard to say, but we'll decide together. I propose moving to the capitals. We can hunt anywhere, and this place, it'll always remind us of the massacre the Stagfather and his fanatics brought upon us. I believe it's time we stepped out of the shadows and tried to unite with the other
Okay. We've complete. That's what we need to do. I've searched every part of this place. There is one place that I cannot do anything, no? Maybe want to visit that place before we go anywhere else. Because there is no more mission. Unless there's something wrong with this mission that I cannot do anything about. It's not the main mission. So the Grotto of the Man might be related to this. There's a strange monster here before. I don't see what mission is related to this unless it's another part of the main quest. Yeah, this guy. See, I can't talk to him.
I sense the presence
now we can.
of a soul. The veil stirs. I awaken.
Who are you?
I am the observation construct, set here long ago by my creators. Of them, no trace remains, only silence. Yet you bear the soul mark of a creator. Faint, flickering, but there shall I speak what I have seen.
How long have you stood here?
Time is not mine to measure. No sun reaches this place. If you seek such knowledge, find the one the creators named Time Construct. Or ask the construct for watching Outlanders. He counts the days, or so it's said.
Tell me everything you
My
can.
memory holds much, but not all at once. Would you know of the living that pass through this place, or the signs carved upon stone, or the bones and the other still organic matter?
Tell me of the living.
So be it. Many come, small lives, clawed and toothsome. They bicker, they fight, they devour. Be wary. None like you have passed this way in many cycles. None who bore such light in the soul.
What about the stone
The
symbols?
stone is painted history. The first carved their truths into the walls. Signs not bound by the turning of time. I watched as stars marked their days. The gut of the mountain. The giant's eye. The sky bore witness when the primordial fell. The pattern remains for those who know how to follow it. But few now do.
What about the bones?
One rests still. A skull of the first, cradled on a pedestal. Delicate. Perhaps the old tales speak true, that the creators sprang from those ancient ones. The signs point that way, but to say more would be beyond my knowing. A greater construct would be needed.
Were you made by the four
I
dwellers?
do not know this word. I was woken by the hand of creators, or perhaps by their will. That is enough.
That's
I
all?
wake to presence. I rest when the world falls silent. The watch is ended. When another soul walks this ground, I shall wake once more. Take this as a memento of our meeting.
Four dwellers skull. So he was made by the four dwellers. And this is a quest item. A quest for what? They fixed this one, they said. Okay. All right. I wonder what the skull is for then. Where do we use it? Do I remember any place that I can place things in? I'll sell my stuff first.
Done.
Maybe the atmosphere sound is a bit too loud. Music, pick down. Voice over volume. I didn't know they have this. Sound effects, I think no. Sound effect is fine.
What brings you? I'll take a look up.
I'll keep all this. this. Don't want this. Don't want that.
I'll take a look.
Money. I'll buy all that. $40,000 upgrade. Because this is the only helmet that you can, you see, you upgrade this goes along with it. The upgrade. On the helmet is the only one that you can upgrade with the stat. I'm not sure the other helmet does the same. Okay, we got nothing else to care about. Now I want to get the helmet and I want to explore the 4 dungeons or 3 dungeons after getting the helmet.
Yes? This pleases me greatly. The Svain are the finest scouts this land has ever known. Their skills will be invaluable in the war, and in shaping Avalon afterward. Allow me, in return for your effort and intervention, to return this piece of armor to you. It will improve your chances in the trials of the King's threat. Go.
Okay. All this armor may useless if it only activates below 25. Unless you put everything on health. What's this? Why I got 2? Oh, that's to call the elevator back down, I guess. We don't need the King Arthur's armor, but it sucks. I never use this, but I want to use it. Come. You are down. You are not worthy. Graphics very bad. FPS, I mean. Another boss down. What's this guy? Huge. Oh, there's two. Yeah. What? Ouch. Oh, it's the Titan. Down. Borderless shield. What's this? Oh, was he carrying two shields? The place looks really nice though with the particle. Although not the best graphic, they still managed to make it really pretty. Is there a way to get up there? Came all the way up here for nothing. Is this a place for you to cheat, like the boss? FPS very bad here. This place looks like it has something. Secret places, but nothing. Frame rates dropping on DLSS. Another giant. Hello, giant. Hello. Come here. Not Chan. Anything here? What's all this crap? You know, things that are out of the way, like special hiding place, you're supposed to have something good inside. Or at least some materials that's hard to get. Like. Low FPS is not really fun to play with. What's that? Let's say first, I don't want to go in the place where then I cannot escape from. Is that like a shortcut? No, I don't want shortcut. I want to fight everything in here. Go back. Oh no. I can't jump back. Can I go back? Come on. Okay. Alright, go back. Oh no, I cannot go back, cannot jump up. Oh. Ah. Okay, wait. It looks like I can go back to fight the guy. I know the way is here, but I want to see what's here. How do I get up there? Yeah, get up. Bet there's crap in here. What's here? Another way where you can fall down to. Mission complies. And this giant you talk to.
I am his burden, the man beneath the myth. I am the face that time forgot, the name that was never enough.
His last memory.
First, you used these people to win yourself a kingdom, and now you herded them here under threat of being stomped to death by giants if they leave or disobey. After all that they've gone through, all that they've done, all that they've suffered, this is how you intend to repay them?
No kingdom will stand with people like them within its borders. They would have to change their ways. The Del Rita are not ready for this. You know this.
You did worse than all of them combined, and you are the one responsible for all they've done so far. They fought for your name and under your banners. Does this mean you're not fit to be a king? Not ready to have a kingdom?
I left the heritage of Pendragon behind me. I severed the ties between myself and my tribe. I lost all that tied me to the past when I became king. I set a new path for myself. They are not ready to do that.
Bullshit. You forced them to go against their sacred traditions. You destroyed their identities. They betrayed their comrades because you ordered them to. They kidnapped the children of the giants because you told them to do it. Everything they did was so that you could win this war. And now what? You're going to punish them for being your best, fiercest soldiers, most loyal of your men?
This is not...
Oh, stop with your excuses already. You broke them, and now you're abandoning them to starve or freeze to death in these damned lands.
This kingdom needs to be built on peace, Caradoc. Letting them live among merchants, lords, and ladies in Camelot or Timberwall. How would that go?
Exactly as anyone would expect it to go.
So we would end up with a civil war. Right after we won the war that almost annihilated us all.
Oh, damn you. I've had enough. I stood by you through everything. Even what you did to me. To Seawall. I let it all slide. I told myself it was for something. For a noble cause. But this is where I draw the line. I renounce my oaths, and I'm walking away. Put a blade in my back if that helps you sleep. I don't care. Not anymore.
He don't care, then he want to kill him. Another one, when using King Souls, your physical damage is increased by 50%. When using King Souls, your actions do not cost mana or stamina, or do not use normal quantity of ammunition. Killing enemies restore a portion of King Soul.
Now I remember it all. I left the best of my people here. I betrayed their loyalty. And for what? Everything.
Everything
This
I...
land It had a glorious past, but it has no future. There is no way to save it.
You were really unfair to the Diratas. But he was right about the Diratas. They couldn't be together with normal people.
And what if my decision cost them the ability to grow? What if instead of helping them become better, I forced them to stay set in their ways? I may have been right about the diagnosis, but now I see that I could have been wrong about the cure. The tribes helped us win the war. They were fearless and followed every order. They were the most loyal of all. But I left them broken. And after the war, their bloodlust was insatiable. I had to do something. This felt like the only choice.
What was about the giant's children?
The giants sided with our enemy. We had to find a way to remove them from the equation. So, under cover of night, the tribes stole their children. I told the giants their offspring were our hostages, and that we would slaughter them if they refused to bend the knee. One of the most humiliating moments of that whole war, both for me and for the Del Rita.
I didn't care. I didn't expect Caradoc to care about something.
Caradoc had the clearest eyes of any of us. He saw things for what they were. And I think I destroyed that. Destroyed him with all I did. I turned him into this. And now he's only a shadow of the man I once knew. He used to carry hope. Now all he carries is vengeance.
What was that about the Pendragons?
I come from the Pendragon bloodline. A heritage drenched in as much blood as that of the Del Rita. A heritage that pillaged and fought in the homelands for longer than anyone can remember. And unable to build anything that withstood the test of time. I decided to leave it behind me when we won the war against the Foredwellers and built our kingdom on Avalon on stronger foundations. Now we've seen that my bloodline must have been cursed. There's nothing left. Nothing worth saving. Nothing worth rebuilding. I gave everything I had to this land. My blood, my soul, my name. And the land devoured it all. I betrayed the ones who believed in me. I cut down the men who fought for me. I turned away from my own blood to build something better. And all I built was another ruin. I thought I was forging a future. I was just extending the fall.
So the crown, what do we do about the giants?
Do what you want. There's nothing about this land that I recognize anymore. All I've ever done got turned into dust. Corrupted against my intentions. Destroyed. Why bother?
Future King, you return. Speak your will through the mortal you now inhabit. Is it time for us to awaken?
You will lead the Devata tribe. Yes, I order you to bring order to Folsom. You must suppress Devata thirst for war. It is time for you to rest. You may sleep forevermore. They did say Camelot was corrupted, right?
The Dalrida have long been our allies. Through their eyes, we have watched your kingdom fall into corruption. Camelot will fall. Your will shall be done.
I will destroy Camelot. There looks like something over there. And it looks like there's a path going there. Ah! If they give me one freaking chest with nothing inside. Okay, I think there's nothing there. I did promise to wake them up, so.
We are ready to begin the moot. We were only waiting for your return, once and future king. You were strong enough to walk the king's thread, and you conquered it. What is your will, my king? What decision have you made regarding the giants?
The giants will support your war. They will lead the Devata's tribe against Camelot.
Glory be to you, once and future king. Fame and honor to you for all time. Thanks to you, Camelot will fall, and with it, the dead laws and the suppression of the Dalrida tribes. Thank you, my king, for your intervention. I, the voice of the Dalrida tribes, accept your decision with humility and gratitude.
How about you guys? Time to waste the opportunity.
The giants are marching on Camelot, and how am I supposed to know they won't turn on us? The Stagfather was supposed to be our protector. I'll never trust.
So be it. My plans to rebuild the tribe must wait. But perhaps the Thoid scattered across the... I only hope that many of us return home safely. Without...
The king's decision pleases me greatly. My tribe will once again have the chance to prove itself in battle. Nothing stirs a Volkir's soul more than the chaos of true war. I only hope Camelot's armies have the courage to meet us in the field, instead of cowering behind their city walls.
Okay, so there's a few dungeons that we want to go to here. Well, it's somewhere here. One is somewhere at the edge here. Or was it somewhere here? There's another one, but I can't remember where it is. Let's first go here. Let's see if there's any other better armor. I wonder what this place is. Tomb of a Knight. What? There's somebody here.
It is you. I wasn't expecting such a grandiose visit, and I see that you were brought here by some lad. That's kind of you, stranger. But you'll have to pardon the mess. These halls ain't fit to welcome a king, nor the one who bears him. Safe.
Hold on. I need to go toilet. Be right back. All right. Now to find out who this guy is.
Glad to.
Who are you?
Sometimes I forget that not everything's as clear as it once was. Truth be told, I tend to lose sight of a few important things myself. But to the point, my name is Gavonin. I'm a craftsman, a blacksmith, and the keeper of this place. The pleasure is mine, kind lad. And your grace, of course.
What is this place?
This, kind lad, is the tomb of the knight who never came. There was once a grim legend that claimed this tomb was built out of fear. Fear of an ancient curse Morgana cast upon Arthur. She foretold that all the great knights who were denied the king's favour and honours would rise at the end of days as an army of the dead. They would march on Camelot, seize the capital, shatter the Round Table to dust, defile the royal relics, and from the ruins, forge a kingdom of their own. But those are just stories from the old days.
How do you know that I carry the king?
This tomb opens only for two kinds of brave souls. Knights who were never granted a seat at the Round Table, and the king himself. I've been sitting here long enough to know what kind of knight visits the tomb. And your visit is unlike any other.
Can you leave this place?
No, I would cease to be. I'm bound here by an oath I made to his grace. The one who now dwells within you, but is perfectly fine. It is my home, and so it shall remain for all time.
You mentioned that you're a craftsman, a blacksmith, and a keeper of this place. What does that mean?
Anyone who finds their way here usually comes seeking eternal rest. And rest like that calls for a proper gravestone. I carve each one with my own chisel. They also bring battle-scarred equipment. My hammer mends what needs mending, so it will serve them well in the land of the dead. And the dead? Well, they need a keeper. Someone to watch over them when unrest stirs. Believe me, those who chase glory in life don't always lie in peace.
Do you need any help with your
Really
work?
kind of you, lad, but no. Or, well, maybe there is something. You see, I once made a habit of carving gravestones in advance, so that any knight arriving here could choose the one beneath which they'd rest for eternity. Unfortunately, I've misplaced my chisel. It slipped and fell all the way into the depths. Clang, clang, clang. If you could find it, I would be most grateful.
And what about those who do not rest in peace?
If we do not speak of them, then we won't stir their The dead prefer silence. Best not to call in.
So you're saying nobody had visited the tomb in all these years?
Aye. Fewer nights these days, and even less knighthood to speak of. No wonder that so few of them come. Such are the times we live in. Hope you find...
Movement speed. This is interesting. Don't know what's this. That can be consumed. Only by 5. Well, that's a lot. Increase damage, but no, it's not critical. That's the thing. Okay. Let's find your chisel and see what's in here. What's up here? Nothing. Do not call their name, is it? A butcher's tool. What weapon is that? Ah, lousy tool. That must be like when you reach the bottom. He spent all these years here and he never went to look for the chisel. Yeah, get out of the way, please. Who are you?
You kept us waiting. Your tombs gathered quite a lot of cobwebs and spiders. Best tidy up a little.
You were waiting for me?
Of course. Of all the forgotten knights who never came, you stand. When you finally join us, you'll tell us what it was like to hear his voice, to share so many battles by his side. I won't deny my envy, but in death, you'll be our equal. And then we'll speak as comrade.
You assume that I will fail and die.
I've no need. But yes, you're right. I suppose I had already decided your mission. Whatever it may be. Perhaps I was mistaken.
What are you doing
I've been
here?
resting in a tomb for the past 3 centuries, so... I've been resting in a tomb for the past 3 centuries, so...
Bit of unwise question,
really.
given I'm a ghost
Unless,
or
of
something.
course, you're pointing out that I'm not in my own grave. In which case, fair enough. But what can I say? I do enjoy the occasion.
How did you die?
I came to this tomb of my own accord. I knew our time was drawing to a close. The gates opened. I had a few words with Govanon and then headed to the crypt prepared for me. With my own gravestone on my back, I treated it as my penance.
You mentioned penance for what?
Sometimes, when men want something badly enough, they're capable of truly awful things. I killed 5 knights. Each one stood higher than me in the race for a seat at the round table. 4 I cut down during a tournament. The last I drowned in a river. He was drunk as a skunk. Didn't even comprehend what was happening. Quite the burden to repent for.
What do you think about Govanon?
Fine lad. If someone's to watch over my corpse, I'm glad it's him. I imagine long ago he had more to do. It's been a while since anyone knew past.
Serve as the king, and I want your service. Will you join
I
us?
see. You pity the wretch who never reached his dreams. But I propose something fairer. Let's test it. Your cause. If I lose with dignity, I am all yours. If you still consider me, but if you fall, then you'll lie in the tomb that's been waiting for you since before you drew your first breath. So,
Accept the
Splendid.
challenge.
lost. Oh, how I missed that rush. As I promised. Here is my oath. I shall be ready to fight at your side whenever you should call upon me. Thank you.
Chisel. Chisel. Oh, the chisel. Okay. Found it. Why can't I jump there? Should I just dash? Nope, dash doesn't work. Very lousy crap. It's freaking not worth it, all this chests. Could have just jumped down.
Welcome, Your Grace.
I met the ghost of Savas. He said that one empty grave is for me.
Ah, Savas still links. Some nights wear death like a cloak. And even the grave forgets. As for the empty grave, every soul that walks this tomb finds their name carved somewhere. It doesn't mean the end is near. Only that the place remembers who you are, even if you forget. When the body finally rests in the grave, the epitaph completes itself. You did? I was starting to fear that one day I'd have to descend to the lower levels myself. I try not to go that deep. Makes me drowsy. Sometimes I feel like lying down in one of the empty tombs myself. Thank you. It is a great honor to receive aid from the king and his companion. Here, take this. I hope you both will find it useful. Step carefully.
Each missing point increase your stamina, physical damage increase, attack speed by 10%. Sneak 100%. Wow. Increase regeneration. Your attack speed is garbage. Yeah, I think it's done here. I don't see a tomb or anything.
It must be hard to be denied what you believed was your destiny. To spend your life chasing the unattainable, only to die unfulfilled. It's no wonder they can't find peace.
There was a grave ready for me in the tomb of the knight who never came.
There's a grave ready for all of us somewhere. Though, maybe not all of us get to see it before it's our time. Did it frighten you? Such a stark reminder of your mortality.
No, I just not sure if I want to rest with others.
Not your kind of company. Don't worry. I doubt anything could make you. You'll rest where you choose, or where you fall. Some souls are meant to wander longer, to carry the stories forward, rather than be buried with them. Whatever you decide, I'm sure. Go well.
All right. Next dungeon. What's this way? Look, there's a question mark. There's a cave. There's something here. Now, what is this place? Intriguing. And I thought I discovered every place already.
Stop right there. I don't get many visitors. None I trust, at least. What do you want?
Who are
I
you?
don't care about your name, so don't waste time worrying about my... Let's just say I'm someone who knows enough to stay alive, despite the odds.
Why are you hiding here?
You ask too much, outsider. Something... Now, tell me why you're really here, or leave before someone less forgiving.
I'm looking for an adventurer. I'm looking for a merchant.
Nope. No adventure here. Keep your... If you've come to... Leave.
This didn't autosave, did it? I lost my chance there. I'm not leaving. I want to see what's here. Oh. What's the point of that?
Didn't expect to come. If you...
I bet rubbish in those chests. Glare. Hitting target at 5%, what 5% to blind it. Useless, I guess. I mean, not sad, useless weapon.
Didn't expect you. Leave.
Must be more to this guy. Must be a mission that didn't trigger. Next dungeon. Each place should have 3. So I've been to 1. I just can't recall where the third one is. One is somewhere here. Oh, is it here? No matter. We'll just look.
You again? I see you've decided to head into the Forlorn Swords yourself. Charming place, isn't it? Just look at that.
Look at what?
The Frostgrot shells. They're near. I've heard that some snails leave their nests just to shed their old shell so they don't have to leave them. Very wise.
How do you even know about their existence?
The first Frostgrot I ever saw was in Camelot. It had been brought there by soldiers from the Forlorn Swords, on orders from the magicians and alchemists. The whole meaning of its life was reduced to being a specimen. They laughed at it. So slow. They said the same things my father said about me many times. You're too slow. You're too weak, in his eyes. I heard that the path I chose marked me as useless in the life they imagined for me. The only role I was ever meant to fulfill was that of a courtly woman.
It's good that you found something. I can feel that you felt that you identified with it. I don't know.
As strange as it may sound, yes.
Not an answer I
Every
wouldn't have
knight
given.
in the end must choose their heraldry. I wanted mine to be the Frostgrots, but first I had to get to know them, see them in their natural home. And now...
So what now?
Oh no, besides, if you don't mind, I'll be setting off. The Frostgrots won't find them.
Good luck, I guess.
Thank you. Maybe we'll meet again, and I'll be able to tell you more about the
I would like to see what happens if I meet her again. Ah. What do you think about so fast?
Meeting him made me reflect on one thing. How many great knights were swallowed by their ambition to sit at the round table. Somewhere along the way, things must have gone terribly wrong. If men could kill one another for something that was meant to be an honor, I pity the lost knights of this world. I'm glad this one will have a chance to fight at his king's side and serve me.
Oops. Okay, now where is it? Must be somewhere here then. Or here. This is not the place. Must be here or here. Okay, go back. I remember it being on the edge somewhere. Is it not here? Is it somewhere that is hidden here? Why do I remember it being somewhere here? Did I not walk here? I think I got mixed up. Pretty sure it's in that area. Here. Yeah. Yep, here it is. Very sure this is the place. There it is. Again? Oh, Galahad. He's the fire dude. You mean he drops more armor, he wants revenge or what? Does he deserve a tomb? He burns people for the smallest thing. There's more than one knight here. That was Galahad. What's the weight? Okay, I can't carry anymore. Let's drop all the swords. Why? Why did you drop my axe, you stupid shit? And I can't even pick it up. Stupid. The hell was that, man? Didn't let me pick up my own weapon. What the hell? Oops, what happened here? There's 2 Galahad. Great, so living ice. Fairly heavy. Ice. Increase critical damage by 50. Critical hit has a chance to break the blade, losing all bonuses. Blade automatically regenerate itself over time. Your king is calling. Honor your sworn. Honor the oath you swore long ago. I don't think we've met before.
I'm not talking. I'm speaking to the one hiding inside.
Let me speak to Galahad, my friend. We come to you in our hour of need.
It wasn't enough to tamper with immortality on your own. You had to drag us into it too. Do you know, it was only after I died that I understood what you'd done. Becoming a Four-Dweller, Arthur. Really?
I've always valued your counsel, Galahad. But we were losing the war, and you were no longer at my side. I had no choice but to try becoming as powerful as they were.
Nonsense. There's always a choice, and you have made the worst one. How could you fraternize with the enemy? Go against everything we fought for? You're right. I wasn't there. If I had been, I'd have beaten you to death with my bare fists before letting you follow the advice of that old charlatan.
It was my choice, not Merlin's.
Keep telling yourself that. I know the truth. I always knew the old man was a manipulator. And you had too much on your shoulders to see what he was really doing.
I respect your opinion, Galahad. I only regret that we meet under these circumstances.
As do I. So, what now? You're taking my remains for a little trip. And I'm supposed to serve you again. Not that you're giving me a choice. If you take me from this place, my essence will be bound to your will. I never really had a choice, did I? The war, your transformation. It would have happened with or without me.
Probably, yes. But now, at least we can see it through to the end.
Do what you want. It's not like I have a choice. This will be the last time you hear me fully aware.
Then, Is there anything you want to say to me, Galahad?
Just one thing. May the weirdness take you, traitor.
Ring of weight. Still not enough. Crap. Arthur pissed off a lot of guys. Anyway, he wants to reform everything, right?
And so, it is done. Now everything rests in your hands. Their souls, and the fate of Avalon.
What do you mean? I knew there was more to all this.
There is. But before I explain, understand this. I haven't lied to you. What we've done has helped. Those tormented souls and Avalon itself. But it's not the whole story. Arthur and his kings still need to be released into the Wordness. I can make that happen. Not yet. But it's a choice you'll have to face when the time comes.
What happens if I choose not to?
Nothing. Avalon will go on, as it always has. But ask yourself, is that the right path? Should people live in fear of the Wordness, generation after generation? Should they carry on, haunted by an incomprehensible threat? Or should they be allowed to embrace it? To become part of it, without...
So you want everybody to be like the pipe?
No. I want them to be more. My people may be close to the Wordness, but even we aren't immune to its more violent moods. What I want is for the people of Avalon to embrace the Wordness, and for it to embrace them in...
How would that work?
Arthur and his knights are the pillars of humanity in Avalon, and His Majesty's soul is unique, part human, part Foredweller. It's the best combination we could hope for. Releasing their souls into the Wordness would leave a permanent mark of humanity on this land. The Wordness wouldn't see us as intruders anymore, but as part of itself. Arthur and his knights worked tirelessly to make Avalon ours. This is their chance to finish what they started. Thank you. That's all I ask. And before you go, there's one last thing I'd like to do. I hereby welcome you as a full member of the Royal Geographers. May you carry the legacy of Iryu the Farstrider and Eleanor Dunn. May your paths be clear, your burdens light, and may Avalon remember your name. Farewell, traveler. I hope our paths cross again.
What? If she's saying that, there's no more dungeon, right? There must be another one. What about the Stone Warden's vault? Anyway, first things first, let's see his armor. The weapon, each attack is a critical. Wow! Critical all the time? Freaking hell. Increase attack speed 50% when health is below 10%. Increase melee retaliation. I don't know what's that. Melee retaliation 15%. 10%. Why I don't like these armors is because my health is never below 90% or 80%. The weapon is good. I probably can upgrade it and see what happens.
I'll make.
What brings? I'll take a look at.
We can sell King Arthur's helm. It's already better than my X in terms of damage. It's not even fully upgraded, and it's already better. If only I had something to freeze the enemy with, like per hit like that. But nope, don't have that. Gonna keep the axe, keep the sword, shield. I still prefer my gear. This weapon though. Everything's a critical damage. So I think there's one more here. That it looks like that was pretty hard to get out of without getting hurt, at least. Must be a way to come in. Must be a hole somewhere. It looks like it's over there. Okay. Must be a way inside. Alright, I guess you only get this if you get the other guy to become the chieftain. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Looks like there's no more tomb. Anyway, if I go talk to the Stone Warden, Tomb of Galahad.
I should have known he wouldn't be too happy about being brought back. But I hoped he'd died in peace, and would return in peace. I was wrong.
You two didn't get along even when he was alive?
War isn't a time when you can afford likes and dislikes. Galahad was a great warrior. He made decisions no other commander dared to. But would he have been a good leader in times of peace? I doubt it. That's why news of his death in battle came as a relief. Men like him, once they gain momentum, are nearly impossible to stop. In that regard, he and Galahad the Pure were quite alike.
How did the first
He led
Galahad
a
die?
dangerous expedition, one of the most important of the Age of Conquest. Had it succeeded, the war might have ended much sooner, but it didn't. And so the fighting went on. After the war, I had his remains recovered and this tomb built. Over time, he came to be seen as a noble martyr. But who he really was, well, you've seen that for yourself. I regret the fate he met. Let's make sure his sacrifice wasn't in vain.
Well met.
Yeah, he won't give me shit. Nothing to find anymore. Did most of the quests already, except for the one that's bugged. Now the quest is Cavadoc. Where is the guy I want to meet? I know they fixed this. This is still bugged. This is bugged even though I have the stone. This is bugged, I think.
So tell.
Is he still in here? Yo. The difficulty, it is adventure. And then the build style, critical damage. Okay, cannot talk to him. So anything with critical enchants and critical damage. This is the steps. So far, critical damage is at 300%. Melee is 265. Attack speed as well, very fast. Don't have to worry about attack speed. My critical melee chance is 193%. I don't know how to compare it to others, but the problem now is I don't actually need the critical chance in my gear, because since I just got this, which is 100% critical no matter what. So now I'm wondering, I don't need the gear with critical percent chance. I do not need this armor. I can change this armor out. Then I'll keep this. I need to change this back. Chance, attack speed. I need to change this as well because I got 100% critical already. So I need to change it up a lot. Even this, I can't use it anymore. Yeah. Before I got this mace, I just got this mace. Before I got the mace, basically all the bosses were like 3 hits. I'm thinking for the last part, maybe I should just turn up the difficulty to high. Maybe I should take a look back at all the gear again. So I don't need the critical chance anymore. Yep. The bow is just a secondary build. But I need to change the one of these. King Arthur don't really like this one. Don't do sneak. I actually like this. This actually the Frostborn armor is quite good actually. Just turn everybody. If you chill anything, you increase damage. I do not like Sir Galahad. Where is the other knight here? Sir Lancelot increase physical damage to 20. Maybe. Sir Lancelot. It's all magic. think don't want this. Increase stamina, decrease regeneration, healing and enemy reduce stamina cost. No, I think I'll probably change this. Increase damage. No, I don't want this. Okay, so now I need my shoes. Shoes. Increase damage, critical damage 25% when your health is above. Sir Gawain. Doesn't Sir Gawain have any? Sir Gawain is a good gear as well. I have 900% critical dual daggers build. And started an unarmed build character. Yeah, the unarmed is... Oh, the unarmed I want to try also. I would like to try the mage as well. Sir Gawain. I'll change to Sir Gawain, I think. Maximum increase speed. No. Increase critical damage up to 100% depending on health. I rarely lose my health. Oh well, I have to change up the build now. Thing is, I don't have money. Oh well, I just increase as much as possible for now. Wrong place. The problem with the daggers, I think, is more all built for critical, but the weapons, I think, very lacking. Where's the... Where is the table? I don't know where it is. Alright, go to the other town. I don't want to keep looking for stuff. Need to change my build.
I'll be
annoying. %900. Very high. I waited for the patch to come out. It's finally out, so where the yeah. I thought I made a bunch of this. No more money.
What bring? I'll take a look.
My character cannot get tired as well. What? No shoes. Barefoot. Stamina. Then this, no, this. Don't care about dash. Stamina better. Okay. If I make it too tough, then there's no challenge. So get rid of this. Oh, sorry. Don't need critical chance anymore. Helps you deal stronger blows more often. Never tried this one. Okay. Where is this quest now? Might as well finish the story so I can play another round. Why can't I click? Alright. Where does Caradoc want to meet? The Charred Conclave. Long. Okay. I don't want to be grinding just to look for items. Level 80. But I want to make the last part very hard also. Let's go, just change everything to veteran. Uh oh. What's that? What's this? The hell is that? Okay. Let me just load. I don't the graphic defect there. I bet unarmed is a fun build to make to play. Not depending on any weapons. Yeah, it's gone. I think they're going to make an expansion for this game soon. Heard them talking something that they're working on something for the continuation of the story. Save at the ending. Is Caradoc in there? Why would he be waiting a different dimension?
So, you finally made... I hope you're ready.
What are you talking about?
Ready to finish your journey, of course. You've come far, but every path ends somewhere.
What's this graphical
Yours
glitch?
ends here, in the heart of it all.
Yeah, pretty sure they're gonna make an expansion. They did mention it.
Philosophically, not you specifically, but someone like you. Literally. Yes, and I was getting quite bored with the wait.
Haven't gotten this part where I may have to dip out soon. So yeah, go ahead, man. It's okay. No spoilers. Nobody likes spoilers.
This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as scapegoats for the Red Death. It's a reminder of what happens when people...
I would like to know more about the Charred Conclave. I got this graphical glitch here. The druids were scapegoat. What did they do?
They spoke out. They should have stayed silent, kept to their herbs and potions. But they didn't. They believed their ancient knowledge, ugly and painful truths from times long past, could save Avalon from the plague. And maybe they were right.
GG. Yeah.
But people don't want the truth.
Thanks.
When it's covered in blood. Cruel rituals, sacrifices, hard choices in search of real results. They called it wisdom, knowledge gleaned from the weirdness itself. But to the people, everything they did was unnatural, costly, and frightening. The druids believed their results would justify the costs. They thought Avalon would see them as saviors. But the people didn't understand, and fear turned to fire.
So the druids were punished for trying to help.
The Red Church and their politicians made sure of that. The druids became a convenient enemy, a way to shift the blame and tighten their grip on power. It's always so... simple, so banal, isn't it?
I saw the graveyard above. Where are we right now?
Well, death doesn't always mean an ending. It was a sacrifice so costly, so cruel, so pointless, that it tore a rift in the fabric of this world. An ultimate wound. And so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing the true shape of this world.
So why are you waiting here for me?
To greet you. I was once where you are now. A knight with questions, searching for answers. That search led me to this place, and here I found my answers.
What can I expect?
Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. We don't see eye to eye anymore, but we both realize that our collaboration yields results. As shown by you, he'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from the beginning, spin them differently. Never mind. Why waste time here talking about it when you're just a step from the end? It's best if you just go forth. Just remember, this is the point of no... Once you've stepped through, but if you've come this far, go on.
Gonna save and load again because of the graphical glitch.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dared to seek the truth buried in Avalon's shadows. Fewer still make it this far. I was the first. Caradoc followed when my brethren burned and the tear opened. And now, here you are. A truly rare and joyful occasion.
Who are you exactly?
Oh, forgive my lack of manners. I am Orin, the last apprentice of Merlin, and the last archdruid. I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. But names mean little. What matters is the task of...
What is this place?
What lingers here? It's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form. Raw potential. Unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it?
What do you want from me?
Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc wants. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time.
So he wants to kill him. So he wants to kill him properly, and you want to resurrect him properly.
Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some point, we stopped seeing eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you. Yes, please let me explain. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues he wanted Avalon to preserve. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough. The memory of war and the fragility of peace was still too fresh. So they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered, bound to those artifacts. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed.
Why would they divide the king's soul?
They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing Arthur himself. They thought the king's essence would endure if bound to his relics.
What was flawed about it?
You can't pick and choose with a soul, but that's exactly what Merlin did. He focused on 3 parts of Arthur: his strength, wisdom, and courage. He left out 2 pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other was his humanity, the most fragile part. Merlin thought compassion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. Without them, Arthur became hollow. A king with power, but no heart. That way, Avalon's greatest failure was born.
Didn't anyone try to resurrect Arthur as a whole then?
I tried. And I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers' aspects was left to drift, untethered between worlds. Finding it needed more than magic. It needed someone like you. The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move through the weirdness, touch it, and return whole. That's why you found the king's soul, bound it to yourself, and came back.
So you're saying all of that, everything I went through was all part of your plan, so I'm just another experiment to you like the ones on the island?
No. The asylum treated you as a subject. I see you as a savior. Your suffering gave us a chance. And for that, I am both grateful and deeply sorry. I can see you're still doubting me.
What do you want to achieve?
I want to bring back our king, whole and complete. I want him to lead again and safeguard Avalon.
And what if the resurrection fails again?
Won't. This time, Arthur will be whole. A king must be more than power. He must be human. That balance is what will save Avalon.
Why do you want this so much?
Because I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak. and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Arthur is their only hope. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. Division festers. You've seen it during your journeys. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job.
Even if he's whole, what if the people won't follow him? What if you're wrong? What if unity isn't enough?
They will follow him. That's what people do. When weirdness comes to their doorstep, they'll beg for a savior. And Arthur will answer the call. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. Now you need to... I made my case. This is the only way.
Well, my choice is to bring Arthur back anyway.
I was there when it all began, when Arthur first set foot on Avalon. I was a knight in his... We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. And for a while, it was... glorious. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared. But then came the cost. The war crimes, the impossible decisions, the massacres, slaughters, and irrational cruelty. We turned from knights into butchers, all because his dream demanded it of... At first I told myself it was necessary, that it was the price of building something great. But the longer it went on, the harder it was to believe. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, no different from the rest of us, and no man should have the power to demand such sacrifice.
And you want to kill him once and for all.
But do you understand why I...
Because you made your immortal in the process. Because you hate what you've become. Because you feel betrayed. Because of some personal vendetta.
I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved. You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more than human. But he wasn't. He made mistakes, just like any man. And the cost of those mistakes was always paid for. I've seen what happens when people cling to kings and myths. They wait, they follow. They waste their lives on promises that never meant any. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone.
That's the problem.
What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn. Let it rot. Let it rebuild. I won't be here to see it.
Even if you destroy Arthur, the Round Table will just crown someone else replace him. You think the people can stand on their own against the weirdness, the monsters? You want people to face ever without guidance and leadership. Isn't that just chaos waiting to happen? And what if your way lead directly to the people's fall and demise?
Call it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care. Let them rise, let them fall. Let them tear each other apart. I just want to watch it all come down. To see the last lie collapse under its own weight. What comes after, that's for the ones still standing to fix. Let them stand, let them fall. At least it won't be another king's failure. Another lie. Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight. And when he's gone, a puppet king, another empty throne, none of it will last. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Maybe they won't. Then let it. If this world can't stand without a dead king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall. I've lived longer than any man should. Seen more than anyone should ever bear. And I've waited centuries for this moment, this chance to end it all. Orin's a druid. That's what they do. They believe. They believe in myths, in symbols, and some of them believe in saving Avalon.
You don't believe the Avalon can be saved. You don't believe it's worth saving.
I don't believe it's my decision to make. Not Orin's, not Arthur's, not mine. I've watched this cycle turn too many times. I have no stake in what comes after, only in making sure this nightmare finally ends. We were fools to tamper with forces we didn't understand, resurrecting Arthur, infusing him with powers of the weirdness. We didn't just bend the natural laws. We shattered. Such violations of nature's order cannot go unanswered. The bill comes due, sooner or later. Always. This cannot be. Listen, it's taken longer than I ever imagined. But now, here we are. You've done what no one else could. What even I couldn't do. You've brought Arthur's soul back together. Almost complete, but not quite. And because of you, I can finally finish what I started centuries ago. So, thank you for You're close now. Just one more step. The last fragment of Arthur's soul is waiting for you. And then, we'll meet again. As allies, or as enemies. That's up to you. Go. Find the last piece, and let's end this. Whatever comes next, I'll be ready.
What's this? What's this place? I can't enter the water.
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me.
That's him,
Please, don't come any closer. Don't force me to think about coming back again. Just let me finally die.
I didn't expect that. Why do you want to die?
Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices? Or worse, in your name. I've seen towns burnt to the ground, families destroyed, all because someone thought it would serve the greater good. And they called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations, of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing.
What about Orin? He's trying to bring you back this whole time.
Orin wants a king, not me. He doesn't see the broken man behind the myth. He sees a symbol, a weapon to wield against the weirdness. But symbols aren't people. They're empty.
the more they're used, the more they hollow out the one who carries them. That's all I've ever been to Orin and the Druids. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? To be forged, sharpened, and thrown at every problem?
And Caradoc, he wants to destroy you forever.
He thinks ending me will free Avalon. But what then? Without an idea, a light to guide them, they'll stumble, lose their way, and turn on each other. People always seek something to follow, something to believe in. Take that away, and they'll tear each other apart trying to find it. Or worse, build something even crueler in its place.
What is it in death that you want?
I want release. I want to stop being a tool in their endless struggle. Kill me. Destroy the last piece of me and use the energy however you wish. Take it yourself and become the new king. Give it to someone else. I don't care. Just don't let me come back again. Let me die. Not as Arthur. Not as the king. Just as a simple, normal human being.
Siya pula. I listen to him like this.
I don't care. Do you know how freeing that is? To finally not care what happens next? Whether Orin gets his king or Caradoc gets his ruin? To not feel the burden of all my failures? To not see my memory tarnished, my plans, goals, and ambitions dragged through the mud? To not see the suffering my name causes? No more deaths in my shadow. No more kingdoms built on my bones. Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? You've already taken up the humanity I was meant to represent. Doesn't that prove Arthur doesn't need me anymore? Another way? There's always another way, isn't there? Another cycle, another resurrection, another lie to keep the world spinning. But please, not for me. Not anymore. I've had enough. I don't want another chance. I want this to be over. Do what you think is right. That's all I can tell you, because whatever you decide, it will finally be your choice, not mine, not theirs. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. You hold the choice. I don't care who you side
care.
with.
You don't want me
Orin,
to be with Orin.
Caradoc, or no one at all. You have all of my soul. Use it. Take it for yourself. Or give it to someone else. I don't even want to know. Do what you will with it. Just let me go. Let me finally rest. Let me die. Please.
What's the choice? What's the choice here? What I'm supposed to do? What? I don't know. Yeah. I want to kill him. so that he can live it rest in peace.
Help me bring the king back. Now you need... I made my case. This is the...
Go on.
Let me go.
You carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I exist so that something can be chosen. I do not offer meaning. I require that one be made. You have brought all things to their conclusion. Now, decide what must remain. Choose, and let the shape of the world follow. You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed. You will shape the world to become its witness. You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you. You will vanish into the story you chose to restore.
To myself.
Then the idea shall be claimed, its shape worn, its burden made yours. But first, you have to bring silence to what refuses to be forgotten.
If this is what you want, then take it, my friend. But promise me you will learn from my mistake.
Yes.
No, I won't let this happen. Not again.
You think any other human could wield this power?
You're angry.
I endured 600 years of pain, of suffering, of loneliness. I made the sacrifices, me! And now you think you can take it from me? The hubris. No. I reject your claim. I will reforge Avalon. Perfect this time.
I thought you didn't want. I thought you said you were not happy. Now you say you want? Ah, get out of my way. Who you want to summon? This one again?
You took Arthur's power for yourself. Whatever drove you, need, ambition, or will alone, the strength of a king was now yours to command. Maybe you weren't ready. Maybe nobody ever is. But you decided to try. It's a heavy thing, trying to do right where others have failed. Still, you stepped forward, carrying the soul and every choice that brought you here. You ruled not as Arthur reborn, but as yourself, flawed, resolute, untested. Avalon changed beneath your hand, and history will decide what that truly meant. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working side by side, the South found a peace it hadn't known in years. The roads stayed open, the fields were guarded, and the people finally felt safe. No longer bound to Camelot or the Knights of the Round Table, it
Right
became
choice.
a land ruled by its own people on its own terms. The men here stayed in Kuinat, but Yvain failed to rally the minds and hearts needed for his Grail quest. With no clear leaders and rising tension, both Kuinat and Camelot grew fragile, drifting toward division, with no one left to hold the line. You awakened the giants, and with them at their side, the Dal Rita conquered Camelot. As the capital fell, the customs of the tribes spread across Avalon. Not everyone welcomed them, but the change had already taken root. Firgas was named the new Galahad the Loyal. With One Eye and Brendan backed by the Dal Rita, the Forlorn Swords, he saw that the South's alliance was strong enough to stand on its own. He urged Camelot to leave the South in peace and turned his attention to securing the rest of Avalon. The captain led the South to independence, breaking all ties with Camelot. Under his rule, the Horns of the South flourished. Merchants, pilgrims, and adventurers returned to the roads, and prosperity once again reached the far corners of the land.
That's good, right?
One Eye ruled the South, with the Horns of the South at his side. Over time, the Dal Rita of the Fallen Swords rallied to his banner, forging a unified force. With the South secured, he stood in a strong position to launch future conquests across Avalon. Nianta left Kuinat with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured, and her name was remembered with respect. Maggott chose to remain in Kuinat, and the people stayed with him. Over time, they grew to trust him and often sought his wisdom. In time, he took on an apprentice, planting the first seeds of a new druidic tradition. Eufre left Kuinat alongside Yvain, despite concerns about his age. His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life, and spoke of him with lasting respect.
Good, right?
Bailey accepted the Red Church's support to keep the hospital running. In time, they pushed her away from the patients, and she was left little more than a maker of potions under their command. With Helmi as the new matron, the Volca returned to their former glory with renewed ferocity, their berserkers filled with an aggression that stirred quiet fear among the other tribes. Among the united tribes of the Dal Rita, the Volca were treated with equal parts awe and mistrust, seeming to teeter closer and closer to madness. Ingrid turned away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people.
Good, right?
Under Stronner's leadership, the Ulfra found new strength. He rebuilt the tribe and reunited them with the rest of the Dal Rita, restoring their place among the tribes of the Forlorn Swords.
Also good.
With the Stagfather slain and the old bonds broken, Balaam led the Svine towards a new path. He opened the tribe to the other clans of the Dal Rita and guided them to settle in the Mather mines.
Good.
You accepted the mycelium's offer and let the spores consume Sagramor's body. Now the kingdom lies under fungal control, its people connected, obedient, and slowly fading into the roots that feed the spores.
Not good.
You placed self at the head of the children of Morrigan. Operating from the shadows, the guild reshaped Avalon's politics through quiet influence and assassination, while the people lived unaware of the power that ruled them.
That's good.
You chose to dismantle the children of Morrigan. There were no more crows to carry out her will, for now. Morrigan withdrew into silence, patient as ever, waiting for the day when new souls would rise to serve her again. After returning to Camelot, Killian lived quietly for a time. When he vanished, few asked questions. Unsettling rumors had always followed him, and most preferred not to remember.
Yeah, I can't remember who he is also. Finish. And that's the end of this game. See you guys next time. That's the end of the game. Nothing else to watch anymore. Story finished, and I just can continue what I want to do. Goodbye. See you guys next time.